Hi, this is Nikki for The Techie, and I have a special treat for myself and for you guys if you're into this kind of stuff. This is the I believe it's an 85 or 84 Maxell XL290. This is one with the gold foil label. As you can see, it's actually very shiny. This one is used in good condition, and I did re-record it by making a remake of a mixtape my uncle did a long time ago. Now his version is on a similar tape. It's actually 1983, where it's actually the same tape except it's black on here. Let me see if I got that really quick. So this is the tape that was original, my uncle's original mixtape, but it was off of a record, and it sounds pretty good for a record, and he did a good job, but there were some issues, like it was previously broken, I guess, because he had to splice it back, and there's missing a small chunk of the tape. And also, I guess he ran out of time because the last song of the tape basically got cut off. And of course, there were no track listing on this one, as you can see. So with this one, I actually used, Shazam and Google music recognition software to find out what they were, and I found them, and I basically recreated it using a digital source, made sure it's the correct remix by looking at the time, and I also made sure they all fit so none of the songs get cut off. But I never actually had this brand new before, so these are very nostalgic tape to me. I used to see them a lot as a kid, but I don't see them anymore. And they still sell them on eBay, but they're really expensive. They're about $10 as of filming right now, but I did actually eventually get it. Here is one, the 94 to 95 era, I believe, and this is brand spanking new, still sealed. And I want to keep these sealed usually, unless I really have a real reason to, something worthy, I guess, to record on. And I think I do finally have something that's worthy. I'm a huge fan of New Order. Again, this is also something that my uncle got me into. He's in the new wave back in the day. I guess he went clubbing. And in fact, if you saw the track list for the other cassettes, that's basically the type of music he listens to at that time. I don't know if he still listens to them now. I do have the record version of this album, but it only has the songs on disc 1. On the CD version, you get the B-sides of all the singles on disc 1 on disc 2. Which is really cool. So basically all of these are their singles. Now I checked out the time, total time on the CD, and it looks like they're about 45 minutes on each disc. So that's perfect to fit on a 90-minute cassette. And because this is around the right time frame, the right period of music, I guess, this is the right tape for it. So without further ado, let's start opening. The other thing about this tape is the smell. I wonder if this new one still smells the same. No, this one smells a little different. Unfortunately, they probably, you know, got stored somebody else's house. And it's been a long time, so I guess it does depend on how you store it. Just so you know, this tape, even though it's used, still retains that, or used, I mean, still retains that smell. Because it was basically kept in a box in a well-controlled room, temperature controlled. So that's the tape. We all know what that looks like. It looks just like the used one, and the used one was very well kept. Here's the exciting thing for me, really, is the J card is basically immaculate, no dirt, no nothing. To me, that's kind of exciting. And even more exciting is I finally get to see the actual original labels that still has the gold on the top and on the bottom of the labels. That's really cool. None of my used tapes have those unused. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording on this. It will be very exciting for me. The used one still sounds really good with barely any dropout, so this one was kept in very good condition, very well kept, and it still even has the brand new factory smell, which I don't know how happened. This one doesn't have that smell anymore. It still has a smell. I can smell it a little bit, but it's not as strong as this one, the used one. But I guess that's it for me today. I'm gonna film myself actually calibrating this tape to my tape recorder. I'm still using the JVC TD-V661. Sorry for the glare. I'm using the light off of my iPad to film this because it is really dark in here, and the lights I have in this room is not really bright enough. This deck was serviced by someone local, and he internally calibrated this for Maxell XLII tapes because it's what I use, but it was calibrated for the more modern XL2s, and of course the formulation changed from this version to the modern ones, and we'll see how much it changed. So I'm going to go ahead and keep in mind, straight up and down like it is right now in the middle should be well calibrated, and I don't have to really manipulate much on the newer XL2s, but as you can see here, it needs a little less bias, I believe. Yes. The level I didn't even have to touch, so I can go a little over, but that's perfect right there. No dropouts, no fluctuations, and if you look, that's how much bias I had to turn down to make it work. And I'm ready. Alright, that's it guys. Now I say goodbye.